We're just 2.5 minutes away from puck drop here at the Meridian Center between Team Russia and Team Sweden here at the 2016 IIHF Under 18 Women's World. Spencer Tangway alongside Matt Latour to bring you all today's action of what is going to be, Matt, a great and exciting bronze medal game as Sweden makes their way onto the ice.
As they make their run, we'll take a look at some of the players to watch in this one, starting with Team Russia.
Yeah, there's a couple of players to keep your eye on. Of course, one of the tournament favorites, number 17, that's Vanusha Katarova. She has 4 goals and that just low an assist, but she likes to shoot the puck, Matt. Whenever that line with her is on the ice, she'll start tonight for Russia. You got to watch her at all times. And look out for the streaking defenseman. It's Daria Zubak. Zubak, 5 games played. She's a -2. However, when she's on the ice, especially on the power play, she'll like to shoot the puck as well, and she causes a lot of havoc in front of the net. Sometimes she'll even take a penalty for the Russians to cause some havoc and shake things up.
I think if they gave out third assist, she would definitely have quite a few of those because she's always in on the play. But on Sweden's side, Celine Tedenby, one of the players to watch. She had 2 goals in the quarterfinals, 5 games played, 3 goals, 2 assists, a +3 rating. Obviously, they were shut out in the last game, so she didn't get any goals there, but she has been one of their offensive catalysts. And on the backhand, it's Jessica Adolfsson, the defender we talked about. She's got that booming shot. She had 4 goals in last year's tournaments, just 1 this year, but 5 assists and 6 points with a +3 rating. Definitely watch for her to put a lot of pucks on net from the blue line.
Well, between the pipes this afternoon here at the Meridian Center, it's the 2 number 1 goaltenders for each team. For Team Russia, it's Valeria Tarakanova, big girl, one of the returning players. And on the other side, Matt, it's Emma Suderberg.
You look at Tarakanova, 6 feet tall, a returning goaltender, but Suderberg on the other side, she had 37 saves, or sorry, rather 34 saves in the quarterfinal win over the Czech Republic. So she's definitely going to be looked upon heavily, as they do like to lean on her quite a bit, but she can definitely handle the load.
Well, it's been a story for this entire tournament. The first period for both teams on these ice, including 6 others that played in this tournament, the first period at the Meridian Center has been a struggle to score out of the gate, as there's only been, I would say, Matt, under 10 goals combined in the entire tournament scored in the opening period of play here at this beautiful Meridian Center, home of the Niagara Ice Dogs.
Yeah, without a doubt, you talked at under 10 goals, and if you factor in that there's 3 games per day here, that's incredible to think just how quiet the first period is gotten. And you really see that stops a lot of crowds from getting into it early, and that kind of works an advantage for both teams, especially when neither team is the host country. Both teams, they definitely have something to play for.
Well, we get set to bring you today's bronze medal game. It's Russia battling Sweden. Russia wearing their red uniforms with blue and white trim. Sweden, back-to-back days in their yellow, wearing blue trim. And we are underway. Russia will skate from left to right, and Sweden will skate the opposite, right to left. Puck's in deep, and now Russia's coming out of their own zone. With the puck, it's the defenseman. That's Labova. She slides it across to her defensive partner, out of the zone, and here is Katarova. Katarova into the middle. They tried to find the streaking number 18. That's Bila Glazava. Couldn't control. Sweden trying to find that loose puck. Chipping it off the board was Adolfsson, and now it's out to Tedenby. Tedenby with a little bit of speed. 3-on-2 comes Sweden and over the line. Couldn't get a stick on it and couldn't get a better shot was Kaisa Armborg, and out comes Russia again. Here's Katarova into the middle, flip past the shot, and there's your opening shot of the bronze medal game, and it's a save from Emma Suderberg.
A save from Emma Suderberg, obviously something we've seen a lot of in this tournament. She has 71 saves in her 4 games, but there you see Vanusha Katarova. This is what she's been doing all tournament, cutting to the inside. She likes to do that move. She trips up the defender, or rather gets the defender to trip herself up and takes the shot.
Sophie Lundin, one of the better centermen for Team Sweden, lost that draw, but Russia just whistles it behind the net of Suderberg. And Nyland Pearson leaves it for the captain, Solveig Nunzert, who pushes it up into the feet of Lundin, and out comes Sweden back into the zone. Second save of the game for Suderberg as it's a pad save, and now it's into the corner. Zenchenko, number 22, yesterday's player of the game for Team Russia, in their 4-0 defeat against the Canadians. With the puck, here's Wilma Johansson, assistant captain for Sweden now. Rushing out of the zone, she has Lundin in the middle, and on the far side, that's number 26, Emma Murin. Russia takes it over with Zenchenko, number 22, coming out of the zone. Zenchenko got time, Russians are changing, she's the lone Russian in the zone. 2 Swedes meet her, and it's out off the boards. Racing after it is Russia, and it's claimed by Tereshkina. Tereshkina to the far side. And Hjalmarsson for the Swedes bumped her off the puck, and it's out back to neutralized territory. Sent in deep, but it's Linder, number 8. For Sweden finding that loose puck, and they go to the bench side. Hjalmarsson just pushes it forward, and Matilda Afbjör gets it in all the way deep. Sweden gets a full change.
Both these teams heavily outshot yesterday in their semifinal game, so you've got to think getting a lot of shots early would be a huge confidence boost.
Russia now trying to just get away from the official and set it up to the winger, but now it's picked off by the Swedes. With the puck, Moa Wernbloom tried to just cycle it down low, picked off by Russia, and it's back deep into the Sweden zone. Here's the defenseman, that's Ebba Berglund. Berglund, good start of the cycle, out to the neutral zone. Sweden starting to pick up a little bit of pace and territory. With the puck, Tedenby on her wrong side of the shot, and that is Terekanova's first shot of the game and her first save. Shots 2-1 in favor of Russia. We've played 2 minutes 50 seconds. Here comes Kadyrova once again, her second shift of the contest. And Matt, you mentioned 25 to 26 shifts yesterday for her in their 4-0 defeat to the Canadians.
If you look at a player who generally it feels like she plays about half the game, we talked about early in the first period, she went down against Canada. Maybe it looked like she was winded, but even when she was playing, it didn't look like she was going full tilt.
Well, Kadyrova likes to streak up the middle and get that stretch pass from the defense. But right now it's Sweden taking over. But finding that loose puck, here comes Kadyrova. Kadyrova, number 17, once again cuts to the middle. She gets pulled down, no call. And Sweden, it's Nyland Pearson now with the puck. Nyland Pearson up to Nunzart. Both defense change. And here comes Johansson, leaves it for Murin. Near side board battle, one back by Russia, and they'll just settle down behind their own net. Battling in deep for Sweden, that's number 16, Matilda Afbjör. Russia finds it behind Terekanova and sets up going to the bench side. Nearly 4 minutes in the book, shots hard to come by, only 3 so far in the game, and we are scoreless here at the Meridian Center on hockeycanada.ca. Final game of the tournament here on hockeycanada.ca. TSN takes over for our gold medal game coverage between Canada and the United States, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time here at the Meridian. Here comes Linder with some speed coming into the far side, trying to dump it in cross corner, but it's picked off. Jumping in deep, and she draws our first penalty. Russia's headed to the penalty box, 4:25 into the opening period, and Swedes get our opening power play.
Sweden proving that yesterday and really in the quarterfinals as well. If they want to draw the penalties, they can. They're very good at getting body position, and that often causes your opponent to draw a penalty. And we saw that right there, great body position. The stick got tangled up in the skates, and a tripping penalty will lead to the first power play of the game.
Well, it was Moa Wernbloom for Sweden who drew that penalty against the Russians' number 9, Daria Saradina. So Saradina in the box, a hooking call. And Russia gets the first power play unit. They throw the unit out there that does all the action mainly for them on the 5-on-4. Hjalmarsson with the puck. She's got Tedenby up top. She uses her. Tedenby over to Hjalmarsson, who fires. That's Adolfsson, number 10. Watch for her. We mentioned in the beginning of the game, likes to utilize Adolfsson at the point. Adolfsson to the far side. She gets it back. There's a blast off a body out front. Now it's Tedenby who tries to just shovel it home. She couldn't find it. Adolfsson to the far side. Back to Tedenby, who's got space, and she scores! Celine Tedenby, 1-0 Sweden.
We talked about her before the game. She really is an offensive catalyst for Team Sweden, and she shows why right there. She really likes to shoot from the left face-off circle. She ripped a slap shot against the Czech Republic. We'll take a look at this one. It's from her favorite spot. This time it's a wrist shot. There you see the tail end of it, and the celebration as jubilation fills the Swedish bench. They haven't really led games for much lately. They've been playing from behind quite a bit, so it feels good to get the first one here.
One of the few games here at the Meridian Center we get to announce a goal, and that is the 5:01 mark of the first period. A real early goal here in today's bronze medal game. So Sweden strikes first and leads today's bronze medal matchup 1-0. With the puck, it's Linder. Please note that was a power play goal for Sweden, and that was their first shot attempt on the power play. And that'll be their third recorded shot of the game. 14:43 to play. Down low with the puck, that's Wernbloom. She's being bothered by 2 Russians. Right on her is number 18, and that's Daria Bielaglazava, the centerman. Still up top, though, that's Hjalmarsson. Sara Hjalmarsson, one of the biggest players and biggest bodies for Sweden, just leaves it for Linder, who comes to the near side for Wernbloom. Puck's off the dasher board. Russia controls. Coming to the near side, it's Katarova. Look for number 17 all game long to do the same thing. Cut to the middle, get a shot on goal, and a better save from the stand-up netminder, and that is Emma Suderberg. Katarova again streaks to the middle. Rebound out front. Suderberg jumping to her right to cause a whistle, and another great save from Emma Suderberg.
One of the things with this defensive core of Sweden, they're a very large defensive core. They're not as speedy as some of the other teams, and that could really play to Katarova's advantage. As you see right there, she steps around the defender, makes a nice pass. The shot doesn't go in. A great save by Suderberg, but she does like to use her speed, and against a slower defense like Sweden's, that could really play effective.
Yeah, Sweden really has to start to figure out that Katarova wants that puck, and when she gets it, she'll shoot it from anywhere at any given time. So look for maybe two bodies to pressure Katarova as they have that 1-0 lead, and they want to preserve it early in this contest. Near side battle now. It's Anna Olsen with the puck coming out. 3 Swedes with her. That's chipped out front, and Tedenby, she's already got the opening one, cross pass, but couldn't get her stick on it. Was Kaisa Armborg. Armborg back to the point. Adolfsson, she was in on that power play marker. Russia just tried to get it out, but now it's going to be in control of Ebba Berglund. This is Russia's 8th appearance in this tournament. There's been 9 tournaments. They missed 1 year, but they're here in their 8th time, and they like another medal. Comes across, better block by Ebba Berglund off the shot attempt from number 22, Yelizaveta Zinchenko. Anna Olsen chips it past Zinchenko. Couldn't get it past number 19 for the Russians. Circling back at their own end, it's Anna Olsen. Olsen looks to the middle, got some time and space, so she comes in over the zone. Tees one up, that's off the foot of Daria Zubak. Good block to keep that one away from the cage. Russia now 2-on-2 coming out of their zone. One back pressure Swede coming. Zinchenko drop pass. That shot didn't make it, as that was Dobrodeyeva who just tried to shovel that towards the net. With the puck, it's Johansson. Johansson couldn't find Lundin. As now the Russians are changing with the puck. Wilma Johansson 1-on-3 to her backhand out front. Tarakanova holds her ground. That's tipped in front. Loose puck just squeaks out, and now the Russians are able to come out 2-on-2. Here comes the puck over the line. Far side shot. That one whistles wide, and it's off the near dasher board. And going after the puck, it's kept in at the line. Number 27, Sinchokukova, couldn't find it, and now it's Linnea Anderson. Matt, very fast-paced hockey here in that last couple of minutes.
Some great end-to-end hockey. We've seen chances at both ends. This game could easily be tied or a 2-0 lead for Sweden.
The main problem these two teams have been having is setting up in the offensive zone and really getting a strong breakout. We saw the Canadians working on that in practice, as that was also been one of their struggles. As now the Russians tee one up. That's tipped off the stick of the captain. Puck down low. Back up to the point. The defenseman Pirogova steps to her left, gets it on front. Another shot turned aside by Suderberg. Russians leading the shots now 6-3. Linnea Anderson battling Bila Glazeva. Shovels it, kept in. Around the boards, and a big collision. No call there as the Swede used their body to find that loose puck, and it's Felicia Linder with it. Linder not getting up to Hjalmarsson, elects to dump it in, and Sweden will get a change. Russia comes to the near side. The pass was intended for Katarova, but she couldn't get it. Excuse me, that's Bila Glazeva. But the pass was behind her, and Sweden chips it to the near wall. Anna Olsen gets her pocket picked. Pirogova, the defenseman, streaking into the high slot. And now that's Katarova, but it's the other 17 on the ice, Sophie Lundin, who picks that up. Sophie Lundin over to Anna Olsen, number 23. Olsen back to Lundin, the backhand. Went low blocker, but it was just a little wide. 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the opening period. Here's the puck on Ebba Berglund's stick. The pass intended for Tedenby went off a Russian defender and back all the way down to the Russian zone. Off the back dasher board across to the other side of the ice. Pirogova lets it go. Kept in at the line by Berglund. Rimmed it back around. Here's Labova. 28 Labova for Russia. Can't get it to any of her Russian teammates. And controlling was Olsen. And now they get it back in deep once again. Sweden really putting a lot of pressure on the Russians' breakout here to keep that 1-goal lead. And they want another by the looks of it, as they have all the offensive zone time in their favor.
Sweden doing a great job really trapping up the neutral zone, not letting Katarova and some of the other offensive weapons to fly down the wings.
Well, Katarova, she's caught back. She gets her pocket picked, and Sweden once again picks up that loose puck. Labova chasing after it. Far side corner, chucks it into the middle once again. That's right on the stick of the Russian defender, who just dumps it right back in. Matt, 2 full changes for Sweden in a minute and a half, and Russia's been able to cross center.
Some great offensive zone pressure, but even more impressive forechecking. You look, they didn't have the puck for half of that time, but they got it right back.
Hjalmarsson waited for her teammate to check up. She whistles one over the net high. And now Russia's able to come out. Coming over the line, it's a race for it. Chasing after it, that's number 22, Zinchenko. She gets pushed to the boards. Anderson lost her stick, but she's trying to find a loose puck using her body and using her feet. Zinchenko tripped up, 2 teammates battling with her. Anderson now has her stick back. They do a wraparound attempt off the stick of Zinchenko, and she couldn't get it. Zinchenko now back on the back wall. No Russian player in sight, and it's Felicia Linder picking it up. Linder just up ahead, and now it's on the stick of number 24, Moa Wernbloom. Puck down low. Wernbloom battling the Russian defender behind the net of Tarakanova. Also joining in there, that is the defensive partner of Daria Siradena. Puck's right along that near dasher board. Skates are trying to find it. Chipped off a Swedish stick, and it's Siradena coming out with it. Russia's able to clear, but it's right back again in the possession of Team Sweden. Sweden 1-0 lead. They were shut out yesterday against the United States by the same score the Russians were shut out, against the Canadians. 2 4-0 matches in the semifinals. 8:13 to play here in the bronze medal match. Ebba Berglund. She has it up to Anna Olsen. Circling in the middle was number 13 for Sweden. Arnborg doesn't get it. Anna Olsen just chips it in a little bit deeper. They come to the near side. Here's Novikova, number 21. Back to the bench side. Chipped up. Icing's waved off, and it's the lone defenseman for Sweden, number 5, Mila Nealon Pearson, coming back to get it. Solveig Nunzart. Cross ice off the dasher board behind the left winger. Back up to Nunzart, who's jumping in on the rush. 2-on-2. Nunzart across the ice. No one there, but she finds the loose puck. Here comes Ida Press, the defenseman, also joining the rush. Couldn't get a good shot on. Russia now settling it down behind their own net. A place, Matt, they've been pretty much this entire first period deep in their zone.
If you look, they've been deep in their zone, but they're still out shooting Sweden 6-4.
Russia jumping in deep. That's Katarova trying to find that loose puck. She gets bulldozed over. Johansson's being bothered by Pirogova. Puck squirts out, and now it's Sophie Lundin. Lundin up to Hjalmarsson, 1-on-1 for the Swedes. Quick wrist shot, she scores! Sara Hjalmarsson, a quick snapper right through Tarakanova. It's 2-0 Sweden.
A great shot there by Hjalmarsson, and you can really see she used the defender as a screen. She tried to shoot it right between her legs. And we'll take a look at it right here. She comes in the toe drag right through the defender, and you see Tarakanova had no idea where that one was. You can tell by her reaction there, shaking her head around. She thought she had it, but it was already behind her.
Well, 13 minutes and 3 seconds played at the Meridian Center. The 5th shot of the game for Sweden beats Tarakanova. And all of a sudden, Sweden has a 2-0 early lead. Sweden impressed the IIHF and all fans here at the Meridian Center, jumping up from Group B last year to Group A at next year's tournament. So these two teams will be guaranteed a rematch at next year's tournament. And right now they have a 2-0 lead on their route to a bronze medal. Still 6:36 to go here in the first period, though. And now it's Tedenby who just tried to just use the boards and get it in deep, but it's off the defender of Russia and out of play.
Russia at this point, you look at the majority of their shots, they have 6 shots on goal. They've all kind of been from the outside. They haven't gotten much between the face-off dots. They really have to get shots inside. You've got to think that's what the coaching staff is really pressing right now. Get quality scoring chances, not just shots on goal.
Adolfsson, off that Swedish draw win, dumps it in deep, and now back forward is Daria Zubak of Russia. Zinchenko, number 22, tried to rim it out front, but that went off a Swedish leg. Back thrown out front. Better save coming from Tarakanova, who was caught off guard there. And now Sweden battling forward in front of the Russian bench. Chipping it off the wall. Bad pass picked off by Sweden. That's Linder who just tried to get that past. And now in with it is number 15, Celine Tedenby. Tedenby, very good tournament so far for Team Sweden, as they've impressed everybody here and representing Sweden well. 5:44 to go in the opening period of this bronze medal game. Spencer Tangway alongside Matt Latour and the rest of the Niagara College broadcasting crew, who's done a fantastic job all week long here. Matt, a fantastic crew and a fantastic event host, especially the city of St. Catharines. Now it's dumped in deep. Better steal coming from Sweden, and they come out of the zone 2-on-4 with the puck. That's Emma Murin. Murin stops, looks to the front, found Sophie Lundin. She gets bothered, and a penalty coming, and Sweden heads back to the power play when everything is going in the way of the Swedes. This is another thing they can add to their resume.
Yeah, Team Sweden really getting to the good areas of the ice. We saw that right there. Once again, the body positioning, drawing the penalty, and this will really give them a chance to take over this game with a 3-0 lead. Although the last thing they want to do is lay off the gas pedal. These last 6-7 minutes, they have been absolutely going 100%. They got to make sure they don't gas themselves out towards the end of the game.
Well, as we get a look at the assistant coach there for Team Russia, their bench has to figure something out. 1:55 left in the minor penalty against the Russians, number 13, the defenseman Nino Pirogova, as she took down Sophie Lundin. Back to Adolfsson. Tidenby couldn't get a pass through. Sweden got a shot, but it was fanned on, but that's right back to Adolfsson. Adolfsson across. She gets it back. Looks to shoot. Teed up, but it's blocked. A better save. Zenchenko tries to just clear, but still with the puck. That's Tedenby. Hjalmarsson that was, dropped it back to Tedenby, and now it's Adolfsson. Adolfsson got it down low. Hjalmarsson with the puck now. Hjalmarsson slides it across. That's Kaisa Armborg. Couldn't control, and Russia's able to clear that all the way down.
Russia really doing a good job. They're not letting anything into the middle for Sweden. Sweden, we saw this on the first power play. It was a shot almost from the slot area just outside of it. That's what scored on the first power play. Russia not letting them anywhere near that part of the ice now.
Russia wasn't letting him out of the Swedish zone there. Now it's Tedenby starting the power play. Up to Anna Olsen as they send the second unit out now. Wilma Johansson for Sweden. Board battle. Anna Olsen's in there. Also coming in was Matilda Afbjör. Olsen on the backhand. Sends it down low for Johansson, who just leaves it for Olsen. Olsen across. Nyland Pearson leaves it for the captain, Nunzart. Touch pass back to Nunzart. Quick shot. Better save. Rebound save. And it's cleared all the way down the ice over the head of Solveig Nunzart.
We've seen more shots from the point on this power play than we did on the first one. Adolfsson taking a couple of shots. Nunzart as well.
3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the opening period. Couple of things to talk about in our intermission report. We'll have Kelsey Scobie with a live interview for you. We'll recap our scoring summary, and we'll get you set for the second period. Puck squirts down behind the net now, and out of the net is Söderberg, who leaves it as the penalty expires. Sweden 1 for 2 on the power play this afternoon, as Russia's yet to get a man advantage. With the puck, it's the defenseman Labova. Labova being bothered, and now they come back around to the net to the near side. Watch number 17. She's on the ice as she's streaking to the middle. They elect to go to the winger, chipped in deep. Icing's the call, but it's going to be Emma Söderberg just holding on for safety.
Söderberg, you see that one, obviously not a scoring threat. It came from the very far outside, but you mentioned Russia hasn't had a power play yet. And I think if you're Team Sweden, that's definitely something you can be happy about. You look, the last 2 games, they did draw a lot of penalties that almost cost them against the Czech Republic, and that ultimately did cost them yesterday against the Americans.
Sweden with the puck now. Now it's on the near side, and with the puck, it's number 17, Sophie Lundin, going to the far side. Sweden tried to just chip that up into the middle ice, but now it's Russia coming right back down the middle. With the puck, it's the speedy forward of Yelena Vadapanova. Vadapanova, number 23, couldn't find Katarova there, and now it's Sweden once again as Vadapanova bangs her stick in frustration. Round the corner it goes. Johansson couldn't find another Swedish player. Russian can't connect on a breakout once again, and chasing after it's the defenseman of Adolfsson, but she gets beat. And back comes Ebba Berglund to cover. Berglund up to Adolfsson. Bila Glazova chips it off her stick, and now it's Anna Olsen. Olsen Dipsy doodling into the zone. Quick shot. Tried to go short side. A pad save, and now here comes Katarova. Katarova finds number 23, and that's Vadapanava. Vadapanava to the backhand. Couldn't get a good shot off. And it's a stop coming from Emma Soderberg, who held her ground with 1:40 to go in this opening period.
A great pass by Katarova. So many times we'll see her just take that puck by herself. She saw an open woman. She got it to her, but luckily luckily for the Swedes, rather, Soderberg once again being a rock wall back there.
So Sarah Denena dumps it all the way in deep. Coming after it is Solveig Nunzerd. Nunzerd couldn't find it, and now Russia takes over on the turnover. Katarova almost had a great scoring chance, but the puck jumped off her stick. Olsen up to Tedenby. Tedenby's all alone in the Russian zone. Needs a change as she's being bothered by the defenseman, Daria Saradina. Back out. Russia can't do anything with it. We're under 60 seconds with the puck now for Sweden. That's Sarah Hjalmarsson. Hjalmarsson the shot. And once again a save, but now pushing and shoving ensuing in front of the net of Tarakanova. But Matt, Tarakanova seemed to be fighting the puck a little bit in the first period as she didn't get a good, clean grasp of that puck.
We saw this last night as well against Canada. A couple dump ins, she went to go just glove, maybe to calm the play down, and she actually created havoc just by dropping it. We've seen that also a couple times here tonight. Luckily, none of those have led to a goal, but she's also been beaten twice on pretty clean shots.
Quick shot, better right pad save off the toe of Tarakanova. The defenseman Linnea Andersson pinched in. Puck rims around the boards. They get it past the defenseman from Sweden. That's Stockholm native Felisa Linder. But back is Matilda Afbjer just to settle it down. One last chance probably for Sweden, and there's only 30 seconds left on the game clock. They dump it all the way back in deep. Here is Labova. Labova. Long stretch pass up to number 22, Zenchenka. She couldn't control. And now they come right to the center ice. Coming in over the line. The shot blocked, and that's blocked, and now it's sent out of the zone by Sweden. Sweden, a long stretch pass. Oh, just bounced over the stick of Emma Murin. And as the horn sounds, Sweden will take a 2-0 lead into the locker room here on hockeycanada.ca.
If you take a look at the shots in that period, at one point there were 6-2 for Russia. Now they're 11-7 for Sweden. So a great job in the second half of that period. And also, like we talked about, taking advantage on the power play, really getting it done when you have to.
Well, we'll get you some period highlights, and we'll talk to a couple special guests here in our first intermission report. But yeah, what a period so far for Team Sweden. It's been all yellow and blue here at the Meridian Center. One more game still to come, of course, Matt, and that is the gold on TSN.
Yeah, the big gold medal matchup tonight for the 9th year in a row. It will be Canada and the U.S., but we'll send it over to Kelsey Scobie with an interview.
The IIHF, and not only that, you've written over 80 books on the sport. So the growth of women's hockey is so large. So can you tell me a little bit about how this is such a great tournament for women's hockey?
Yeah, I mean, it started, I think, in 2008, and I think it's really important that women have something to start out with, a junior event, because otherwise they have nothing. They have maybe NCAA college or leagues in Europe, but there's nothing really a developmental league. So the U18 was really important, and I think St. Catharines, the attendance here has been phenomenal, and I think maybe this is the start of some other spurt where it becomes a more respected, more popular event.
And obviously the two biggest rivals are going head-to-head tonight for the gold medal matchup. Can you tell me a little bit about what you're thinking for the game tonight?
Try to hear. I think obviously it's going to be a very close game, as it always is when they play it at whatever level in women's hockey especially. I think in the first game the Americans dominated in a lot of ways. Hopefully Canada can be more creative off the rush, and they're very persistent and determined with puck pursuit, but I would give the slight edge to the Americans as of right now anyway, but hopefully that's good motivation for Canada to do well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andrew. Really appreciate it. Don't go anywhere as we're going back to Spencer and Matt in the booth.
Hey, thanks, Kelsey, and thanks, Andrew. Great coverage of this tournament all week long here at the Meridian Center, especially by our proud students here at Niagara College. Matt Latour, of course, my broadcast partner today, alongside Kelsey Scobie and the rest of our team in the truck and throughout the Meridian Center. We're going to step aside, though. The score after 20 minutes of play, It's Sweden 2 and Russia nothing here on HockeyCanada.ca. You're watching bronze medal action of the 2016 IIHF Under-18 Women's World Ice Hockey Championship.